This story is of a lady teacher who falls in love with one of her students and can go to any extent to get him. This student does not like this teacher at all because he already has a girlfriend. But what tricks does this lady teacher play to win over this boy? Let's see. The story begins with a cute student, Jamie, who gives a gift to her class teacher because today was her last day in college. Jamie asks the teacher who will substitute her. She tells her that now a teacher named Molly is coming to teach all the children and also shares she is very intelligent and good. Now both of them are talking when Molly also comes here and the principal gives her a tour of the school. Then Molly's eyes fall on a boy, Danny, playing in the ground, and she falls in love with him as soon as she sees him. But she did not know that Danny is Jamie's boyfriend and both of them study in the same class. After this, we see Danny with Jamie. Both of them were very excited about their upcoming relationship anniversary because on this day, they were going to be intimate for the first time. After this, we see Jamie's dad, who just stays at home all day and plays PUBG, while Jamie's mom works double shifts and bears all the expenses of the house, due to which there is always a tension between Jamie's parents. Jamie also does not like all this at all, but she could not say anything to her father. The next day in the class, Molly keeps looking at Danny while telling all the students about herself, and she also asks him to take extra classes after the class is over because she thinks Danny is very weak in studies. Danny also agrees to Molly and take extra classes. Meanwhile, Molly makes him sit next to her and tells him that if you want to get admission in a good college, then you should start taking classes from tomorrow itself. Actually, all this was a trick of Molly. She was doing all this to come closer to Danny, but he refuses her for tomorrow's class because tomorrow was his and Jamie's relationship anniversary. Molly does not like this. Then when Danny starts leaving from here, Molly takes his phone number from him. Now, even after coming home, Molly's full attention is on Danny, and she starts thinking how to separate Jamie and Danny. Then an idea comes to her mind, and the next day she deliberately gives C grade to Jamie in the assignment, seeing which she feels very bad. And after the class is over, she goes to Molly and tells her that I am from a middle-class family, and I want to study in a good university so that I can get a good scholarship. On this, she tells Jamie that if you want good grades, then prepare this assessment again and bring it tomorrow, so that I can give you good grades. On hearing this, Jamie tells Molly about her anniversary, which was today. Then Molly asks her, which of these two is more important to you? Celebrating anniversary or getting good grades? On this, Jamie does not give any answer and leaves from here. After this, she meets Danny and tells him everything. She also apologizes for tonight because she had to complete this assignment today to get good grades. But Danny wanted to come closer to her tonight, so he leaves from here in anger. After a while, Molly comes to Danny and asks him to have dinner with her, to which he agrees and both of them reach a restaurant. When Molly asks Danny about his love life, he hesitatingly tells her that nothing has happened between Jamie and him, as Jamie is not ready for all these things. Hearing this, Molly understands what Danny wants, and that is why she tries to get close to him, but he does not pay much attention to her and goes to his home. Next day, when Jamie meets Danny, she asks him about last night, that where was he last night? On this, he lies and says that I was with my friends. Jamie feels very bad to hear this because Danny's friends had already told him that he was not with them last night. After this, we see both of them in a party where Danny is unable to control himself after seeing Jamie's beauty and takes her to a room where he tries to come close to her, but Jamie stops him, due to which Danny's entire mood gets spoiled and he leaves from there. On the other hand, Molly deliberately spoils her car and calls Danny to fix it. Danny comes here and fixes her car, but his hands get dirty while fixing the car. Seeing this, Molly takes him to her house and cleans his hands. She also tries to get close to him. Danny is unable to control himself this time because all his limits were crossed and now both of them get intimate. Next day, when Jamie goes to college, Molly once again gives her a C grade in the assignment. Seeing which, Jamie does not understand why she is doing this to her, because this time she had prepared a very impressive assignment. Here, Jamie notices an empty classroom where Molly and Danny were sitting alone. After seeing this, Jamie begins to suspect Danny, so she follows him after the class is over and sees Danny going to Molly's house. As soon as he goes inside the house, Jamie tries to peep inside through the window, where she sees Molly and Danny kissing each other. Now, Jamie had understood that her boyfriend is cheating on her, so she leaves from there crying, but Danny sees her leaving. He starts following her, although Molly tries to stop him, but he doesn't stop and reaches Jamie and starts apologizing to her. He also promises not to do anything like this ever again. Hearing this, Jamie forgives him. Later, at night, Danny gets a message from Molly, but he doesn't reply to her, and the next day in college, also he ignores her. Seeing herself being ignored, Molly gets very upset, and she realizes that Jamie must have found out about them both. So to act good, she gives Jamie a grade today. On this, Jamie tells Molly that you should not think that I will forgive you. Saying this, she throws her assignment in the dustbin and leaves from here. Meanwhile, Danny comes to Jamie and tells her that Molly is troubling him a lot, so he will go to meet her and end his relationship with her. After this, he calls Molly to an address by messaging her. Molly thinks that maybe he still loves her, so she quickly gets ready and reaches that address. And she is very happy, but her happiness fades when Danny tells her that he only loves Jamie, and he does not want to have any relationship with her. Hearing this, Molly gets very upset and tries to convince him, but he does not listen to her at all and starts leaving from here. Seeing this, Molly also gets very angry, and in that anger, she starts her car and crushes Danny to death. Molly puts his blood on a cloth and puts it on the bumper of Jamie's car. She also keeps his phone in Jamie's car so that everyone thinks that Jamie is responsible for Danny's death, and she killed him. After this, she goes to a theater and keeps the movie ticket with her so that she can show the police that at the time when Danny's accident happened, she was enjoying the movie. Then we see Molly looking for a mechanic online, whom she pays a lot of money to get her car fixed, and also asks him not to tell anyone about this. On the other hand, when the police gets the news about Danny's dead body, they reach the location and try to find out who is responsible for Danny's condition. Here, Jamie is also informed about Danny's death by one of her friends. On hearing this, she rushes to the police station and tells the police that she suspects her class teacher, because Molly and Danny were having an affair for some days, and last night he was going to end everything by meeting her. After this, the police, without wasting any time, reaches Molly's house for interrogation, where she lies to them and says that nothing like this ever happened between them. She says that, "I thought Jamie was just a good student." She also shows the movie tickets to the police and also tells them about her stolen phone, which she knowingly had kept in Jamie's car. After listening to Molly and seeing the ticket, the police also start to think that maybe she is telling the truth. After this, the police goes to search Jamie's house, and when they check her car, they find Danny's blood on the bumper of her car. They also find Molly's phone in Jamie's car, which had a message to meet Danny. Seeing all these evidences, the police arrest Jamie, but Jamie's parents get her released on bail. Jamie tells her mom that she thinks that Molly is the one who murdered Jamie. Now Jamie starts to collect evidence against Molly so that she can remove the blame of Danny's murder from herself. For this, she first goes to the college and quietly takes out the keys of Molly's car from her bag and then checks her car when she comes to know about that mechanic. So she goes to the mechanic and asks him about Molly, but he lies to her and says that neither any lady of this name came to me, nor any car came. Hearing this, Jamie's mom gets very upset and she starts leaving from there sadly, when one of mechanic's employees comes to her and tells the whole truth that how Molly got her car repaired by paying a lot of money. When Jamie's mom asks her to tell the same truth in front of the police, she refuses to do so. Because if she did so, she will be fired from the job, and this job was very important for her. After this, Jamie's mom comes home and shares this with her husband, but Jamie also quietly listens to their conversation and healed. She asks her mom to let her go to Molly's house, but she refuses because there is a tracker on her leg which was put by the police so that Jamie does not run away. Despite the presence of tracker, when her parents go to sleep, she alone goes to Molly's house and turns on the recording in her phone so that Molly's truth gets recorded. But her plan fails because Molly soon finds out that she is recording, so she snatches the phone from her hand. She takes the knife and in anger she reveals the whole truth that she has killed Denny and now she will kill Jamie as well. After this, as soon as she picks up the knife and moves forward to kill Jamie, the police arrives there because of that tracker. Actually, when Jamie had come out of her house, the police had started tracking her with the help of the tracker in her leg, after which the police released Jamie and arrested Molly. So friends, if you were in Danny's place, then what would you have done with this teacher? Do tell us in the comment if you liked the video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel, Plot Pointers, and press the bell icon for updates.